I don't ever want to see these again. But for your sake, I want to help you out. The misconception of using crutches is, oh, it's going to kill under my armpits. Well, if you're putting all the weight there, that's not the way you should be using them. In fact, you really should be putting the weight on your hands more than anything. And more importantly, you also want to make sure that you adjust them to the right height. Now on these crutches, they've got different holes, as you can see up close, and you can unscrew them and adjust them to the correct height. And so depending on your height, if you have them too low, then you're going to put all the weight underneath your armpits. If they're too high, well, then that doesn't give you great stability either. So you want to make sure that that is adjusted correctly. But the weight should be going into the palms of your hands. Now, there is a consequence to that. The consequence is I ended up with some blisters when I first was starting out because I was gripping them so tight because I had never used them before. Now, if you have a cam boot, obviously your foot will be up like this or be in front of you. Over time, I ended up, I think, putting it in front of me because the weight of the cam boot, even though it weighs probably less than 5 pounds, it actually feels like 10 pounds at times. When you're using the crutches, you want to go in front of you first, push with your hands, and then go heel toe. Put the crutches in front of you, push with your hands, heel toe. And what I would tend to do too is I would keep my weight forward just a tiny bit because that helps provide stability. So these are the gloves that I'm talking about. Yeah, they look a little bit smooth criminal like MJ, but basically it's not about the fashion, but if you were to feel the bottom of these, they are padded a little bit. So when you are using the crutches, it'll help cushion your hands a little bit. Highly recommend taking off the stoppers, I don't know what the technical term is, on the bottom of the crutches and buying these on Amazon like this. Now you've probably maybe seen people using a cane with these. These will screw right on. They're made of rubber, and look at the amount of width or circumference, diameter, whatever you want to call it. And then the bottom, if you were to see really up close, you see that amount of traction. So literally making this adjustment and taking off the normal little stoppers that are on the bottom and putting these on give you wonderful stability so that if you are on pavement or down the road, if you are on your road to recovery and it happens to be summertime and you want to go to the beach like I did, well, guess what? You can. It's a little bit more of an effort with your arms, but highly recommend those.